It's been a wee while since I've played Dark Souls 2, my personal favourite of the franchise, and I wanted to see if, post Elden Ring, my unpopular opinion of this being the best Soulsy game still held true. So I've started a new game here. This will be a casual playthrough as I try to remember what to do, where to go, where all my favourite items are hidden, and if I'll go hollow and lose myself as I die again, and again, and again. I listen to the physical embodiment of fate tell me I'm fucked before yeeting myself into the visual representation of the curse that swallows our hollowed minds. It's all fantastic symbolism that sets up nicely for us waking in a strange land, entering an old crone's house, and choosing our character.
Take a closer look.
I'm going for a dual-wielding sword boy for some speedy dex-based fun. The first thing I'm going to do is walk up to this big warty Cyclops bastard and try to shave some pork scratchings off his lumpy arse. If I can avoid him sitting on top of me and fling enough steel his way, I'll be rewarded with the first ring of the game, the Stone Ring, which deals additional poise damage to enemies. An important stunlock assist for a character swinging weedy little curved swords around in a game overpopulated with dudes in armour. I'll trade my starting gift to the crows and they'll reward me with a weapon I never plan on using before completely misjudging the controls and violently fucking myself off a cliff to my first death of the game. I get to Majula and make sure to find the secret path and pick up a host of useful items which again, I'll never use on this run.
Are you the next monarch?
Ah, look, it's everyone's favourite fire-keeping waifu, ready to give us our sippy cup and 4 words of advice.
Bear, seek, lest.
Let's level adaptability and start as we mean to go on. I remember to smack this rock for excellent corpse prizes. With our Sunny D upgraded, it's time to tackle the first area of the game, which I've decided is Hyde's Tower of Flame. I smack the sword-wielding Stone Guardian around a bit, but his big mace buddy isn't taking any of my shit. Lesson learned. I think I'll come back later. Instead, I'll head to the forest and get bullied by basic hollows for a while. It's not long though before I start bullying them back, and finally make my way up the big doors at the top.
Drangleic's been a pile of rubble since the war fought long ago.
I listen to the merchant slag off the state of the neighbourhood, buy the key that doesn't belong to her, run around the walls and get exploded to open up the shortcut.
I'll leave this one to you.
This suspicious character convinces me to take on a conga line of hollows, which I manage to sprint past and roll off the top wall to safety. Ah, fuck, I seem to have broken my knees on impact.
Well,
After splinting my legs back together, I stride confidently into a fogged-off room, only to be confronted by a chap without a face. This gangly, long-armed fanny badger seems content to ragdoll me around the arena repeatedly as I chip away at his ankles for a couple of minutes. Fortunately, I had enough life gems and dodge rolls in me to see this through to victory. After a little level up and visit to the blacksmith,
Your equipment. Let me have a look.
netting me some arrows and a bow to use them with, I'm back in the forest to pay a visit to the quadrupedal cartographer.
How embarrassing. I seem to have lost my focus.
He gives me a key, which opens a door to a house in Majula where I can fight a spooky skeleton in the basement who is guarding another shard of my flask. Back once again to the forest to open up the door that leads to the next boss fight. The pursuer proceeded to kick 7 shades of shit out of me, and since I can't parry troll him, I'll just come back when I'm stronger. So it's back to the tower to take down that mace guard, and after a little bit of getting good, I'm able to take him out. Next on my list is the item inside this chest, guarded by the Sleepy Hide Knight. I do the quick slap run away technique before sprinting back in to grab the chest before he can kill me. But he does this cool disappearing magic trick, allowing me to receive the Ring of Binding without being molested. Through the fog wall stands the halberd-wielding swaggerific tank known as the Dragon Rider, but despite his walk of confidence, he's not very good at avoiding bottomless pits. GG, easy souls for me. At the top of the stairs sits another questionable character,
My name is Lycia. I have come to spread the art of miracles.
but we'll let her live for now. Then we visit my favourite Scotsman,
See that statue? Gives me the willies.
before heading into the rotunda to depetrify a woman in desperate need of clothes.
My name is Rosabeth. Thank you so much for rescuing me.
Pulling the lever releases a horde of filthy, poison-inducing mutants with distended stomachs, who slap me about and pin me in a corner with a basilisk, resulting in a very embarrassing gank death. So we try it all over again. This time I'm able to leap over the bulging-eyed lizard, open the door and rest at the bonfire before being torn apart.
Didn't think you had it in you, pal.
Heading into the foggy woods, I make a sprint for the chest, only to have a ghost critical hit me back to the spawn point. This time I remember to hit the moaning trees, which distract the ghosts long enough for me to open the chest and secure the Chloranthy ring +1.
You may call me Vengal, if I deserve a name in this sorry state. Leave me be.
After troubling a disembodied head, I make my way up the stairs and find a new bonfire in an area filled with giggling curse pots, pit traps, and more basilisks which are fully intent on murdering me. Fortunately, there's a back entrance where an old man resides.
And a very fit undead you are.
Which bypasses the lizards and allows me to jump the gap, accessing a chest containing the Black Knight halberd, a weapon I'll be using a bit later. I also come across a chest guarded by this shield bro. These guys aren't hard to take down with a bit of patience and poise breaking. Rewarding me with a sublime bone dust to burn at the Majula bonfire. The Dark Scythe is also accessible here prior to talking to the Scorpion Man, but we need a ring to understand what he's saying, And right now, I'm not in possession of that ring. As I want Tark to assist with the next boss fight, I'll have to bone out and come back once I can talk to him properly. More levels at Majula equip me for slogging through the mobs at No Man's Wharf. I really get to test out my crowd control tactics here. But it's not just zombie Vikings, we also find our friend Lucatil of Mira hiding out in a building.
I come from Mira, a land of knights. My sword is always ready.
Carrying a flaming torch trivialises the big-armed flailing monsters that hide up on the cliff tops. And a few throwing knives make short work of the warriors at a distance. We ring the bell to bring the ship in, and then immediately fight a dude off a ledge and end up having yet another gravity death. After fighting around the whole area again, I rush in to kick down the shortcut before being swarmed by every enemy in the level. But at least I found 2 new friends.
Gavlan wheel, Gavlan deal.
And I've no interest in the magic impaired.
It's time to summon Lucatil. Cash in on that offer of assistance as I take on the co-joined, 4-armed soldier, the Flexile Sentry. It's a race against time to deal enough damage to bring down the boss before the water rises to the point where my movement is impeded. Lucatil lands the killing blow, netting me the victory. I open the chest to receive the Pyromancy Flame and set sail for the Lost Bastille, the prison fortress home to all manner of evil that we will explore in the next video. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more videos, and remember, don't give up, skeleton.